I'm Monique Pelle. I'm the VP of Operations with Franchise Genesis.
Okay, how long you been doing this?
3 years now, yeah.
3 years?
Yes, almost since the beginning, really, when Genesis started.
What's something you know now that you wish you knew when you first started?
How much variety there is in businesses that can be franchised. You know, a lot of people think about franchising like restaurants, maybe some fitness concepts, but you can franchise so many different businesses, and so it's so much fun to work with all these different owners.
Okay, and we did talk to one of your founders, Rick Robertson.
Yeah.
So let's say somebody comes to y'all, they like you, they like and trust you, and they sign. What's the very next step?
So then first we do a launch call with them. And the launch call is really to kind of educate them about the whole process, because this is a 3 to 4 month process that they're going to be working on with us. And so during the launch call, we go through all the different steps. There's 3 parts to it. There's the legal, there's operations, and marketing. So we kind of walk them through all that, give them an idea of what are the things they're going to be working on, things we need to think through with them, and then what next steps are for them.
And a lot of people, if they tried to do this on their own, they don't think about the legal, or they might get like a template offline. What's something that differentiates you from them just trying to do it on their own?
Yeah, so big difference is that we have what we call our little ecosystem of companies that are all related, right? So we don't only turn them into a franchise and then say, here, go figure it out. No, we turn them into a franchise, but then we support them all the way through. So we do marketing with them. They're part of our shows. They're in our magazines. They become part of the FCC group. So it's like a complete package, and it's not just, you know, oh, go get your legal stuff and go figure it out. We have lots of clients. I mean, even once they're done with the official process, they're calling us, they're emailing us when they have questions. You know, they still want our advice, and we're there for them. We help them through that. So, yeah, I think that's what makes us unique. We have a complete package.
Got it. And I know some people have a very successful business model, but maybe, because I'm assuming since you're the one that comes in and helps after the signing, maybe even though they got a successful business model, they may not have right person in place or know how to pick somebody to do their operations. Because from what I understand, once you become a franchise, your new business is franchising.
Yes, and I noticed that with a lot of our clients, especially in the beginning when they're in the process, they struggle a little bit because they're so used to running their own business, and now all of a sudden they have to do this whole other business on the side, right? Like running a franchise. So we do like train them, and we help them, you know, kind of start thinking about what are the first positions that they're gonna need to hire to have that support in place. So they need to learn that they need to step away from the day-to-day business and focus on building the franchise, building that infrastructure to support their franchisees, and have somebody else basically take over their baby, right, and run it. So we help with that as well.
And a lot of these business owners, I'm assuming a lot of them are type A personalities. They've gone against the grain, and that's why they are successful. How do you convince them to listen to you? Like, all right, you've done the opposite of what everybody's ever told you, and it's always worked out. Do not do the opposite of what I'm saying. How do you convince those type of people?
Well, so we do several like classes with them in group sessions where we like talk through all the things that can become issues, right? Because franchising it's you know, there's all these rules and regulations that they have to follow, because if you don't, you can get into serious trouble, because you're taking people's money, right, to invest in a franchise, and they are looking at you, the franchisor, to help them become successful. So you have to have all that support in place. You have to make sure you do everything according to the rules. So what we do is just a lot of education, giving them examples. We also, when we do our summits, you know, they connect with other people that have been through the process, so they can learn from each other as well. At the shows, actually, a lot of them kind of become friends, and they learn again from each other as well. So yeah, that's kind of how we try to guide them to do this right. Some people think that they have to have, you know, like multiple locations. They have to have everything, you know, completely fine-tuned already before they can franchise. That's not true. So even if they only have one location, but they've been in business for several years and it's very profitable, they can franchise that. So that's, I think, one of the things people forget. They think they have to have all their ducks in a row. We can help them getting to that point as well while they're going through the process.
That's perfect. Don't think because you don't have several locations, as long as you have one good location.
Yes, one good location, preferably in business for several years, and it has to be profitable, right? Because you're selling a proven business model. So yeah, you need to show that you are profitable.
Okay, so for those companies who have that creative accounting to where magically they don't never seem to make a profit every year, that maybe they need to stop. If they're thinking about franchising, maybe they need to make adjustments.
Well, actually, so they do that to keep their profits low, right, for tax purposes. When you are showing your numbers in your legal documents, which is in item 19, we actually tell them, okay, work with your accountant and add these things back in, right? Like if you're paying your car through the company or a trip or insurance, add all that back in, because you're trying to show a franchisee how much money they can really make, and then they can decide whatever else they're filling out. But so you're not showing them the IRS numbers, you're showing them the real numbers, like the real revenue, profit, etc.
Man, that's powerful. It sounds like people would be remiss if they didn't work with Franchise Genesis.
Absolutely. I think, I mean, again, the biggest advantage that we offer is just that we offer a complete package. It's a big step going from having an individual business to franchising, and we offer that complete ecosystem.
That's
so I
nice.
think that's what
that's amazing.
This is different.